So there is something that is happening in the job market right now that we don't talk about as much on this side of it, meaning the job seeker, unemployed candidate side. But it is having a massive, massive impact on your ability to get through these ATS systems and to get to the point of like actual human connection and getting in touch with a recruiter. And that is that while we talk a lot about the proliferation of fake jobs, ghost jobs, all of that, the proliferation of fake candidates is a huge thing as well. And I think a lot of us have heard recruiters talk about it, and we don't think it's like, oh, you're talking about fake candidates, and what you mean is people that aren't qualified. No, like legit, there is no actual human being with experience tied to the resume that has been submitted for a job. And that is happening at large scales. I have talked to recruiters because, again, I work in the recruitment marketing industry. So I have a little bit of a unique view into a lot of this. And I have talked to recruiters who are talking about, no, I get onto interviews with deepfakes, not real human beings. AI systems, AI generated resumes, AI generated candidates that are getting through the system. And the reason why that's such a problem for you is they are massively diluting things. So I don't know if a lot of you have heard like recruiters talking about how they're getting 500, 600, 700, 1,000 applications for every job that they're posting. So many of those are fake. They are fake candidates. They are coming from these AI systems that are just spamming job applications with resumes. And then there are also ones that are, like I said, literally going to the place of actually doing deep fakes for interviews where there's no real human being there. There's a lot of reasons for this. Most of it is very, very nefarious. So the same way that we are getting fake jobs that we're applying to that are mining our data in order to sell phishing scams, to sell things to, spam companies, robocall companies, the same thing is happening in reverse. So a lot of these are phishing scams. Some of these are ways that people are trying to infiltrate HRIS systems and IT systems by way of the ATS and by way of applying and doing video screens. Some of them are ways that these companies or these individuals, are trying to test out cybersecurity elements through a more easy way, which is a job application, so that those can then be tested to see if they're usable on financial systems and things like that. I can't even imagine what the cybersecurity industry is going through right now. And a big part of this, like I can talk about this all day, which is that the way we have pushed through mass adoption of AI without any regulations in place, without any real concern for what this is doing, not just to individuals, but to companies at a large scale, is mind-boggling on the shorter end and deeply unethical on the higher end. But that is something that is very real, and it is having an impact on you. Because if there are 800 AI generated resumes to your one real human resume with real experience, it is that much harder for you to get through. I was reading, there was a stat of something like, if you're just applying via ATS, you have like a 0.4% chance of getting that job. And a big part of this is because of the way you're getting watered down with all of this just like cyber AI bullshit that is going through. So that's where I'm like, I understand why we are so frustrated with companies. Obviously, I'm experiencing it too. I understand where the frustration with recruiters comes from as well. but they are dealing with something that is also unprecedented that they don't really know how to manage. And it's informing the way they're looking at all of us, right? People are putting out on job applications now, they're putting instructions specifically for AI so that they can better determine whether something is coming through via AI by adding in, keywords and things like that. So that's just something to keep in mind. I don't have a solution. This is like so much bigger than any individual one of us, but this is a big part of the problem. And I think for my fellow recruitment, marketing, HR professionals who are out there in the world, what do we do? How do we combat that? Do we go back to just paper resumes for a period of time so at least there's a human being tied to it? I don't really know, but that is happening. That is absolutely impacting your ability to even be seen by a recruiter. And yeah, it all sucks.